Hello and welcome to Hidden Existence. Hope everybody's doing all right out there tonight. Good to see some of you have come over from BIGFOOT ODYSSEY. So hello to all you newbies. Well, at least 2 people I saw are new. But with me, of course, as always. Well, you weren't last week, but
No, I wasn't last
Max,
week. Yeah.
Max did a very good job, actually, last week.
Did he now?
Yeah, different to you, but great. It was a good show. We missed you, though. We
I
missed
feel
you.
like I was being cheated on now.
No, not really. Not really. But, I could understand that. But you were busy.
Yeah,
Too
I
busy
was.
for me. You
Yeah.
did a date with Tex and Rob and all those
Yes.
people. How did that go?
The Alabama Bigfoot Conference went really, really well. It was a great time. We enjoyed it. I had a chance to visit a Publix, which is not a restaurant, a supermarket that's based in Florida, but they've spread to Alabama apparently. And all I've ever heard from my Floridian friends and coworkers is how Publix chicken is like the best thing ever. I can honestly say it's really good. I do have to little rep my hometown South Dallas Williams chicken though, but
Mm,
if I had a Publix and it was closer to me than a Williams chicken, I might choose the Publix. I have to admit.
I've never heard of either, but
Well,
I'll
it's
take your word
it's a
for it.
yeah, it's a very niche thing. I hadn't heard of it until like a year ago, but there you are.
We've just have KFC here, really, when it comes
Really.
to chicken. That's it.
Hmm.
Um,
You could
yeah,
do worse, I suppose.
Colonel Kentucky
Yes.
with his secret recipe.
Yes.
Um,
Very secret recipe.
it's nobody knows it.
Not a
Apart
person.
from the
Not a
Colonel.
one.
Secret. Gene Hudson, good to see you. Make a very good point there, isn't it? It's a bit like, yes,
It's true.
it definitely is true.
Yeah, no, the Bigfoot conference was wonderful. Obviously, Ken Gerhardt was there, Ryan Edwards was there, Cliff Brockman was there, lots of great people. We finally got a chance to we actually met Rob, Bigfoot Michigan Rob, in the flesh for the first time. That
Oh,
was our
right.
first time
Wow.
meeting physically, as with Jessica Jones.
Mm.
It was so we all finally got a chance to be in the same room together. It was magical time.
Oh, good. Good.
Yes.
Was Rob everything you thought it would be? I mean, it's weird when you meet people in
And
the
more.
flesh.
And
Oh,
more.
yeah. And more. I like how you went into the mic then.
Hold on.
What?
And so much more.
There you go.
Yeah.
I bet you can't wait to get your new stand where you literally.
Yeah, I really can. So I can lean in without like disappearing completely from the camera.
That's
Like that. Yeah.
yeah. That's different.
Yeah.
There might be.
Adds an air of mystery to it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, there'll be people who want to watch that all the time.
You're probably right, and that's what bothers me. It's like that.
God, you could
Like
have
there's a channel where I'm just sitting here doing this the entire time,
do
and
it.
it has like 10,000 subs overnight.
Yeah, just talking into it. We're not talking about critters tonight. Oh, we might do. Might talk about a few critters. I don't know.
I don't know that Publix is a critter. I mean, it's a supermarket, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe they are. Maybe that's the problem. They hide as critters, and then boom, they're a supermarket just waiting for you.
Mm. As soon as you go back, you start to lose the volume.
I do.
So yeah, you lose it there. Yeah, stay there. I'm just letting you know for future reference. So there was going to be a big announcement. I've got a big announcement to make, haven't we?
Yes, you do. We do. You, us, the two of us.
Yeah, something that we need to talk about. They say sometimes things can be, too good to be true, and sometimes, most of the time, these good things come to an end, don't they? And we are ending our show on a Sunday. Well, we're ending it. We're ending the time. We're changing the time, basically. That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
We're going to go 2 hours earlier.
Yes.
So it will be 4 p.m. Central
Mm-hmm.
on a Sunday. I know it's a little bit earlier, but what else have you got to do on a Sunday afternoon? Really? I'm
Well,
not doing anything at 4.
I call it snapping. It's when you
Oh,
snuggle and nap at the same time.
snapping. Right.
Snapping. Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, no, essentially we're just moving from 6 p.m. or 6:15 to 4 because believe it or not, human beings, Daniela also has to sleep.
I do. I
Yes.
do. And work.
And work.
So I do have a new job as well. So it's going to add
Mm.
a few more hours to my week, and I basically need to start on a Monday, as I mean to go on without waking up late and running, 2 hours late with everything because I just can't wake up. I mean, I do wake up. It's not the best way to be, is it? I want to be able to get up without
Yeah.
any feeling of being knackered. So, yeah, so we're going to do it at 4 next week. I hope you can join us at that time. Good. You see, if Max can reschedule his stuff
Yes.
to be there at 4.
Reschedule. Be here at 4. And then the beauty is you can go immediately to Bigfoot Odyssey.
Yeah, so you come here and then we go to Bigfoot Odyssey and then I'll be done by midnight, which is still late, but it's not too bad for me.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, better than like 1 or 2 a.m.
oh, I didn't. No, I didn't. Heck, I forgot about all that.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you're aware of the situation a few weeks back. Duke had, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know, made some post about how Kerry had stolen his slot on YouTube or something. Like suddenly people are owning slots, time slots. I mean, I didn't know
Yeah.
about this. So yeah, Jamie, I better check with him and all the other people who enjoy making shows about what other people are doing with their channels and getting all upset about it because apparently they need, we need permission to do what
Mm-hmm.
we want on our channel from other people. And it's a little bit sad, a little bit strange. But you're right, Jack. You see, we can't do anything, can we, without having to get permission of people who really don't give a toss about your channel anyway. Uh, yes, you have to book in with Duke. Apparently, I don't want to upset anyone even more than they probably already are. But yeah, that's the way it goes. It won't affect your pigeons. I hope it doesn't. But
That would hurt. That would, to
oh
be honest.
yeah, we
I
definitely
mean,
don't want to
no.
affect people's pigeons or
I'm
budgies.
I'm really worried about the sea turtles personally because I'm a turtle fan. For people who don't know, hold on, I got them like. Unfortunately, everything's behind me now. Hold on. Here, let me take my mic with me on
What?
a journey.
Oh
Here we
yeah.
go.
Oh look at
Yeah,
this. It's
yeah.
amazing.
Hold on. Yes. Oh, I do like this one. It's so close.
Yeah,
There's a certain resonance to it.
it's just holding it
Just
all the
holding it.
time
Yeah.
like that. It's going to
Very
be
intimate.
weird.
Yeah.
It's very intimate. It kind of looks intimate as well. Oh look, is it alive? Are they alive?
No.
Oh,
This is wood. This is wood, ebony, and this is
nice.
stone. Yeah, it's a little stone tortoise. I'm a
Ebony.
big, I'm a big fan of the turtle family. Always have been.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
like Ninja Turtles.
Well, them too.
Uh,
Yeah, but real turtles also.
yeah. What's the
Oh yeah.
fascination?
I just like them. They're just turtles. I mean, I don't know. It's always been an aesthetic. I don't know. I don't feel like I need to justify my love of turtles, but I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what?
tortoises are amazing. They
Tell me,
carry their houses everywhere.
tell me something else amazing about them.
Actually, most tortoises, like the eastern, are like the eastern painted turtle, they actually never drink water. A lot of them will get their fluids from the cactus and the fruit, the prickly pears that they'll eat.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I love prickly pears. Don't get
Y'all
them over
have?
here.
Oh, I was about to say, I don't think y'all have them over there.
Get them in
Yeah,
Sicily, like, 10 a penny in Sicily. They're just growing everywhere.
they've got they have. I didn't realize they had prickly pears and.
Oh, yeah.
All right, pull
Call
them
it,
up. I got to
call it
see these. Yeah,
figured India, they call it.
huh?
Let me find.
Because I would imagine that I can't imagine they'd be the same kind that we'd have over here. My great grandmother used to make, and my grandmother would make prickly pear jam in season, of course.
Yeah, here. There's a lot in Sicily.
Cheese
They,
Freak says that they. Oh yeah, basically it's the same thing.
yeah, sometimes they're more paler,
Yeah,
yellowy.
yeah. No, they're almost always purple over here. At least the ones are reddish purple. Yeah, like a red to a purple. Yeah,
Yeah, I guess there's
same
different
thing.
varieties. Well, there you can
Mhm.
see, kind of see those greeny ones there.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just, but yeah, they're a bugger to peel. But once you have, I
Yeah.
love them. I
Oh, they're
absolutely love them.
amazing. Yeah.
I hate anything with seeds and pips in them, but I can eat them for some
Mhm.
reason. To just eat them, and it doesn't bother me.
Mhm.
So,
Cheese Freak said that turtles represent harmony in the universe. I don't know about all that, but I'm a big fan of the turtle. I just think they're cool. That's
oh,
all.
must be a ginger thing.
Maybe.
That's why. What else have you got in common? That'd be interesting to know.
We have a love of cheese.
Wow.
We've already established that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, don't let me get in your way there. Of
Daniela, no one could ever replace me in your heart.
oh
Wait, hold on. I think it
no,
was the other way around, but I
either
think
way.
that works too. Yeah. Well,
Oh, okay.
I think it works both ways.
Tried to shoot a snapping turtle off the road back to the creek. Like I mean, shooting. What do we mean by shoot? Shoe? Do you mean shoe?
I thought I saw somebody who's like shoe.
Could be.
Snap. So here's the thing: snapping turtles are no joke. Alligator snapping turtles are absolute monsters. I'm not as don't get me wrong. I'm not as fond of them, but I do appreciate their game. You know what an alligator snapping turtle is?
No.
Oh, pull one up.
Okay.
They're absolute monsters. They are massive.
Oh right. I've seen
Mhm.
snapping turtles, but not alligator snapping turtles. Yeah, these look like big buggers. Look at them.
Yep. They will take your hand off. Like they'll take a hand. Like that's okay. So you've heard of catfish noodling, right? I do like it's the first time I learned of it. I'm like, why would you ever do this? It's where you hunt or you fish for catfish, essentially by sticking your hand into their mouths and pulling them up. Like that's how you catch them, right? As a native Texan, and again, I cannot understand why you would ever do that because let's just get the water moccasins out of it. These things live in the same habitats. Like, how do you know you're not just sticking your hand into the den of an alligator snapping turtle and losing your hand? In fact, I know people have done that. So, like, as soon as I learned about noodling, I'm like, you people have lost the plot. Those things are real and they are out there. I will have nothing of it. It's like if it can't be caught in a rod and reel, actually legally, if you can't catch it on a rod and reel, you can't catch it in the state of Texas. So I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Yeah,
There's
not with
just
those
something
things
about,
running around.
no. There's something about water, isn't there? Just the unknown of what's below.
Mm-hmm.
I used to swim in the sea all the time as a kid. Now the thought of where I used to go, what could have been swimming,
Mm-hmm.
below me, just Texas Jack, I pulled a 150
Mhm.
pound alligator, snapped me tail like buffalo bayou. Getting the hook out of its mouth safely was not easy. And then did you put it back?
Yeah,
I take it you just put it back, did you? You
I
just
would
fish,
imagine.
don't get fishing, just leave them in. And she's getting them out, putting them back, and what's the point in all that? Just the trauma to the fish. It's not fair, really.
You're just making him late for something?
But it,
So,
uh,
yeah. Oh, I eat again, uh, I actually so here's the thing, I love brim, bluegill, sun perch, but we eat those. I mean, they're delicious. So, crappie, they're all the same thing, basically. They're just related. Yeah. So, Addie Overbay, thank you. Caught a snake. That's what I'm saying. Water snakes, water moccasins, alligator snapping turtles, those are all things in that same water. Why would you go just randomly sticking your hands into things? Just seems like a bad plan. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. If you can't see through that water for a
And you
start,
can't. Like the
you'll
ocean, the
forget
ocean,
going in and never going
yeah.
barefoot.
Mm,
I never go swimming
mm-mm.
without something on my feet.
Like
I
the
just,
ocean, you can see. Like I love swimming in the ocean. Swimming in Texas lakes and water is not native to North Texas. Period. It's just not. Like we used to be an ocean, and then like the water realized, oh crap, this is Texas, and left. Right. And so we had to artificially build all these lakes. Like, do you want to go swimming in the lake? No, no, I do not, because of the things that live in there. I love fishing, I really do. I am not sticking my hand in things, and it's like I no, not doing it. Mm-mm. I know what's out there.
yeah, just the thought of what's out there as well. It's just making me
Yeah.
creep now. Um,
Well, that's actually why in the Bible and in most ancient traditions, the water, the sea, was a symbol of chaos. It was the place that humans didn't belong. Right? It was a symbol of chaos. It was the symbol of disorder, of inhospitable to humanity. It was also a lot of people point out that in Genesis, it's Adam is allowed to name the beasts of the field and birds of the air, but not the fish of the sea, because man has no dominion over it. So I
mm,
mean, to your point, Daniela, most of humanity feels the same way you do. Like, yeah, maybe this is something we should leave alone. It's we don't know all what's in it. We still don't know what all's in it.
no, no, we don't. I just want to say
Mm-hmm.
happy Father's Day to everyone, to
Mm-hmm.
Joey as well, who's just recently, well, it's been a few months
Yeah.
now,
Yeah, I was
become
about to
a dad.
say.
Yeah. So happy Father's Day. I remember, oh, thank you, Jack. Thank you, appreciate that.
Thank you,
Uh,
Jack.
yeah, everyone, please go and hit the like button for me. It really does help the channel when you leave a comment
Mm-hmm.
and hit the like button. So what I was going to say then, yeah, years ago, a long time ago, probably like 80s, I was in Sicily one summer and my uncle was fishing just off the rocks and he pulled out this like round black body with legs going off it. It wasn't a starfish. It was a round body
Mm-hmm.
with like legs going off.
Huh.
And he threw it back out and the middle stayed on the hook and the rest fell off. So it's like there was like an inner circle that came. It was freaky. That put me off. Like,
Wow.
ugh, just thinking about it now is like giving
Yeah.
me creeps. No idea what that was,
Mm-mm.
but you know, there is stuff
Yeah.
out. I mean, who knows?
Oh, there's all kind. You know what they just discovered? I haven't done any research on this. I just learned about it. I'm just not a big ocean guy, um, all that much. Is the scattering layer? Apparently, with sonar, we thought like we thought like the floor of the ocean was a specific place. Now we found out that the problem is with our sonar. We were actually finding a scattering layer. It is a layer of fish, of zooplankton and shrimp and all these. It's this sort of very small life form, but they're all clumped together, and they move all, and it looks like they thought it was the floor of the ocean. Then all of a sudden, it just started going up,
Oh.
and it moved. And they have layers with them. I'm going to be doing a lot of research on it because it's just the most fascinating thing I've ever heard. But there's this whole ecosystem that we thought was the floor of the ocean, and it's not.
Wow.
Like out in the deep water. So I'm going to look into it. But yeah, that's the whole point. There's all kinds of stuff in the ocean we've never seen.
Mm.
I mean, we haven't mapped most of it. It's we take a lot of these things for granted, which is why I still think that there, the possibility of things like mosasaurs and plesiosaurs and all kinds of other things out there, Zoolodon, being again very very small in number, but still being around. I think it's really possible because of
Mm.
things like that, right? Like the Cadborosaurus. It's the only cryptid,
Oh
the
yeah.
only that's actually recognized by science. They just don't know what it is, but it's there. We only have those couple photographs of the skeleton. That's all we got, but it's there. So
Mm. Can you get fossils under the sea? In the sea, I mean, in the seabed, or does it never get to a point where it can?
great. It's a great question. I think the bigger problem is we don't really have a way of getting to them
Mm.
reliably. But I mean, hold on. We're going on another trip.
Oh, I'll come with you.
So my favorite kind of fossil in the world are fish fossils.
Oh right. Oh nice.
Yeah, this is actually my favorite.
Mm.
It's
Very nice.
yeah, they're very very pretty. There's actually an art form in Japan where they take, I forget the name of it off the top. I'm terrible with names. You all should know that now. But they take a fish that's been caught, they ink it, and they press it down onto a sheet of paper, and you get an impression just
Oh
like
right.
this
Yeah.
of the fish. It's beautiful. So
Mm.
anyway, yeah, fish fossils.
Um. Yeah, I was thinking this. I've
We're
lost the
doing
comment
show and
now.
tell. We're doing show and tell today, apparently.
Yeah. Oh, is that are we?
I
That's
guess we are now.
we are. There are sea fossils in Arizona. I was kind of thinking that, like in the Sahara as well, when at one
Yeah.
point that had
Mm-hmm.
water in it. Is anyone ever dug down to find? I'm sure they have, but it'll be interesting to see
I'll look
what
into it.
fossils are down there. But also, like you say, there's layers of stuff, and there must be stuff that's down there, and maybe it can. I mean, well, they're looking into it, aren't they? I mean, they're literally going as far as you can. Uh,
Yeah.
these what do you call them? These ships, underwater little
Submarines and
submarines, and other little things, aren't they, that go down and pick things up, and it's fascinating. It's do you ever watch the? I don't know the name of it, but it's these people that are constantly out, and they're sometimes they're streaming 24/7 at what they're watching, what they're seeing. They're basically using a remote control for this thing, that a camera, underwater camera. Let's
oh
see if I
wow.
can find it.
Yeah, I haven't heard of any of that.
Let me see now. Um,
While you're looking that up, I saw a question about bull sharks in my area. We don't have bull sharks unless someone moves a bull shark into North Texas. It's not going to come here, not because there isn't like the Trinity River and the Brazos both go out to the ocean, so theoretically they could get here. But the problem is we have a lot of locks to
oh,
control and dams to control the water, so they can't get past those locks, so they're not going to be up here. However, they absolutely are swimming up like the Mississippi and Ohio.
right.
Like they have been found, bull sharks particularly because they can breathe apparently anywhere. They have made it as far as the Ohio River. They'll swim up the Mississippi all the way to the Ohio River and go off like that. Yeah, the locks and dams that we have on the Trinity and the Brazos is the only reason we don't have bull sharks swimming this far up.
Oh,
But
right.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like we have piranha though. Like people have brought all kinds of foreign fish into the area. So we got piranha. We've got showing up. We got some other things. In fact, hold on.
We're going
Going on a
on
trip.
a journey. Ooh.
As is mentioned in Metroplex Monsters, Dallas
Oh,
Demons, Fort Worth Goatman, and other terrors of the Trinity River. That's actually one of the theories I throw out there for both the old one eye, a cryptid that is supposed to have be homed in Lake Granbury, but also for the giant catfish that have been seen around the dams in the area. Is it particularly the very, very large catfish, because blue cat don't get as large as they're being described, and we have reliable sources they are there, but rather they may be Mekong Delta catfish or Wells catfish that have been, foreign catfish that got released into the lake somehow.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Just whatever's out there and mixes and all the new stuff and
Oh,
stuff that
absolutely.
isn't even new, that's
Mhm.
just been around for ages, and some ugly looking stuff as well. Some really, like, you can tell they live at the bottom of the sea
Yeah.
for a reason.
Yes.
The channel is called EV Nautilus, and they do live streams of they go out under, you know,
Oh,
down
cool.
to the depths, and that they have like a remote control little underwater, kind of robot thing that will get up close to things. They can zoom in and follow things around, and some of these creatures just never seen.
Oh, wow, it's a thermal vent, looks like. Wow.
It's just fascinating. So
Yeah, I love
beautiful.
that stuff. Oh, absolutely.
We just don't see it, do we?
Mm-mm.
There's obviously a reason all these things down there that are doing something, have a purpose. I'm not sure what, but they make up the whole
Wow.
reason why the sea is the way it is, I guess.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of transparent stuff as well, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, their whole ecosystems where like things are transparent or have no eye. It's amazing. Oh, I think that's a wow. Look at that.
Like some
What is it?
sort of octopus thing with a, well, it feels like it is. Or
Oh,
maybe
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
it had hold of something. Um,
Wow.
but yeah, the colours of some of these things as well. And how they can transform. I've got a feeling I've seen this one before, and that goes into all sorts of different shapes you wouldn't believe.
Oh, I think it's a vampire. I think again. I think that's a vampire octopus or something. I'm not. Like I
The
said,
quality of
quality's
the fabric,
amazing. Yeah, that's
stunning, isn't it?
awesome.
But yeah, I'll put a link to that if anybody wants to watch it or doesn't know about it. It is really
Yeah.
fascinating watching those videos, just seeing what is under the water,
What's under the sea?
under the sea, in the sea. Yeah. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I did not know about that channel. That's amazing. That was really clear.
Yeah, I'll send you the link now.
Oh, Texas Jack confirmed. Yeah, it's a vampire squid.
Okay, there you go.
Excellent.
He knows his stuff, doesn't he? Texas Jack. He's
Yeah.
right on it when it comes to stuff we don't know or we're not sure of.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, boom, this is the answer. So, yeah, exactly. What the hell are we watching? We're trying to educate ourselves a little bit. I mean, we're
I
not
don't know if
really.
we're No, we're just kicking back and chatting. So
Yeah,
a Texan and a Brit watching ROV footage from under the ocean.
yeah, like you do.
Mm-hmm.
Like you do. Yeah, stay on dry land. Definitely. I mean, a lot of these things are probably harmless, but you just never
Oh
know.
yeah.
You just never know. So what time is it now? We're going to keep it short tonight, aren't we? Because
Yeah.
I did want an early night, but I did still want to do a show and just announce what we would be doing next week, starting a bit earlier.
And moving forward, so 4 p.m. Central Standard, 5 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah. You see, you might find me in a different state. You might find me a bit more awake. But, you kind of slow down, don't you, towards the night. It's now 10 to 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be on top form. If we did a show at 10 o'clock in the morning, like, you won't be able to shut me up. Probably. Probably. Once I've had a couple of coffees, like, come on, let's go. But yeah, we all get tired, don't we, towards the end of the night. Sometimes
Yes.
I'm a bit, not slow, but, just taking my time. Because,
You have a little less need for alacrity at 1 in the morning, don't you?
exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
I need someone else to wind the handle because I just can't do it myself at this time of night. But yeah, I don't mind. I'm a bit of a night bird. That's
Mhm.
I've always been like that. But work is really hard when
Yeah.
you get tired. Plus, I've got a lot. My dad's still in hospital, and I'm having to travel at least an hour
Yeah.
there. So it's like a 3-hour, 3.5 hour round trip
Mhm.
that I'm doing nearly every other day. So that tires you out. Just
Oh, absolutely.
just visiting. I know it sounds silly, but it's not. It's hard work. So
Yeah.
I no, dad, not dog. I'm not my dog isn't in hospital, but thank you. So yeah, I'm a bit tired and I do need to balance things out a bit. So
Yeah.
it'll be fine, it'll be good. And yeah, probably won't be able to talk as much as you normally do, Jason, because I'll be yabbering away. Got a question for Jason.
Mhm.
Do you believe the megalog? You see, I can't even.
I'm gonna let you. No, keep trying. It's
No, I
good.
don't want to.
Megalodon. Yeah. So again, this goes back to belief versus evidence. I think there is sufficient evidence to suggest the existence of the megalodon. Yes. The problem is because we don't have one to look at and say, is this the megalodon? Is it something else? Maybe something we're not familiar with, right? So I think using the word megalodon as a stand-in is perfectly acceptable. There's sufficient evidence that something massive is out there doing, killing. Like there's a story of a great white that was tagged, right? And they were monitoring it. The thing gets all of a sudden snatched and just drops down way below what great whites are supposed, and then they lost it. They're like that, and they found like part of of that same great white shark, meaning it had been consumed, and then whatever this was big enough to attack a full grown great white shark and then drops to the depths. Whatever, it's like, so what in the world could do that except something like a megalodon? And there's been footage of what genuinely appears to be an absolutely massive shark, right? On several occasions. It's hard to determine the exact size, but it does appear to be much larger than any known great white species. So there is a lot of evidence to suggest that something like a megalodon could still exist. Is it possible, though, that that's not the only options that we have available? That's why I'm not going to say yes, it is. There may be other alternatives, right? And that's the whole point. There's so much out there that we just aren't even aware of. You got to leave that window open. But I think, yes, there's plenty of evidence to suggest something like a megalodon is still alive. Absolutely.
I saw this week. I'm sick of all these consenting pop-ups. Good grief. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to use this one because it's the Daily Mirror, which is a lot of rubbish, but where
Yeah,
we
they're
are.
all a lot of rubbish, aren't they?
They're crap, aren't they? Really are. But this week, shark.
Yeah.
What even let me? So
Yeah, the mirror is trash.
a shark discovered cut in half on a beach sparked fears a much
Mhm.
larger fish attacked it. So
Mhm.
yeah, to be sliced in half. This is just all okay. Look at this. All this. What the? How do I stop
Yeah.
that? Yeah, that. I mean, but that That looks too kind of clean, doesn't it?
It depends. There are animals that can do it, but yeah, to your point, it does look awfully clean. And here's the other thing: we don't have anything for proportion. Like that could be a three, like that could have been like a 6 foot shark that's now three that only has 3 feet left over on it. So we don't know, right?
Yeah.
Um, unfortunately, unless it tells us how large that shark was originally, it's kind of hard to know. Was this a, because some people are like, oh, this crocodile ate a shark. Well, okay, but if it's a 3 foot long shark, I mean, I don't see like it's still a fish, right?
Yeah.
Or jaguar. Hold on, just for you, Daniela. Jaguars.
Shaggy.
Yes. Like going and getting caiman, right? And eating those. Well, it's like, well, if the caiman's not 10, 12, 10, 12 feet long, yeah, there's no problem with, a jaguar going and snatching up a 3 foot caiman and eating it, right?
Yeah. Well, anything's possible. Oh my, go away. That thing. In response to one comment, the poster wrote, "This was not about accident. This wasn't any propeller. This wasn't any coral reef, and it wasn't Jack the Ripper." I mean, it's almost like he's trying to write a poem or something.
Yeah, it does.
It was a shark, great white shark. But yeah, scary. Huge 15-foot great white. I mean, there's bigger ones than that. I'm gonna have to take this off because it's really annoying me.
To Blake Gibson's question about whether or not the shark in the story I was talking about could have been hit by a great white, the oceanographers who were doing the research on this particular shark ruled out a great white. I think due to location and the depth at which where they lost the tracker. That's when they said, okay, it was outside the realm of something like an orca. So they ruled it out. I didn't. I always say, hey guys, at the end of the day, I think also this great white was significantly larger than what an orca would normally go after, because this was a full-grown adult great white. So they said, look, this wasn't an orca. Now, again, does that mean it was a megalodon? No. Again, as I've already stated, there's evidence to think that there are still some form of, I just lost the word.
It'll come back.
It'll come back eventually. Giant aquatic, like the Tylosaurus, Mosasaurs. There we are. But there's evidence that there are mosasaurs. Who's to say it wasn't a mosasaur that got it? Right? We just don't know. Right? All we know is they did rule out the orca because that was the first thing everyone would think. Right? Killer whale. They ruled it out entirely. So we don't know what got it, but it was definitely they said they ruled out any of the known whale species at that time. So, but again, the point is we don't know what's in the ocean. We just don't know. So
No.
that's the bigger point is we just don't know what's out there. And there's always, again, one of the stories I like to tell actually came from MUFON. Retired school teacher and his wife were, I think this happened in around the Portland. Well, not Portland, but Seattle. Well, yeah, Washington State's what it was. And they literally live like kind of on not the beach, but on those cliffs that they have. And they were on their afternoon walk. They saw this big gray mass. They thought maybe a whale had been caught in the shoals. And so they were getting ready to call when the thing stood up. And they described what what sounds an awful like a giant gray alien, but this gray thing just stood up and looked at them. It could see them, and it was tall enough to kind of be the height of these cliffs. They said we're over 50 feet high, and it looked at them, scared them. They went and these old people ran back to their house, locked the doors, and they didn't come out for days because they were terrified this thing was going to come after them. So we can choose to believe that story or not, but the simple fact of the matter is there's more in the ocean than we're aware of.
Yeah. What year was that story from?
I'm gonna have to look on that one. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was. I want to say it's more recent, maybe late 90s, early 2000s. But I'll double check it.
That's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
What was going on there? Something that was bigger than the cliffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's weirdness. There's weirdness out there, but you got to get to bed. You need your beauty sleep.
I need my beauty sleep, do I?
Yeah. Well, how
Yeah.
else do you remain young
That's
and
just natural.
vivacious?
It's just natural.
Well, yeah, but you need the
It's
sleep to
always.
rejuvenate, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, you
Yeah.
start looking like me.
Yeah, I better get to bed.
Yeah, old and haggard like I am.
You're not old and haggard. Come on.
Oh, I'm haggard.
You're not
I
old.
assure you. I may not be old, but I'm haggard. I assure you. My knee will tell me that I'm absolutely haggard. I had a misspent youth in mixed martial arts, so
All right.
yeah.
Must be doing it wrong, were you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never done it, but maybe we'll talk about that another time. Martial arts and the whole
For another time.
yes, self-defense. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheese freak. Thank you very much. Don't know. Fly by stew. Don't know. We'll see how the year goes. So guys, I'll see you next week. Because it is next week now, actually, for me. We started on Monday already. But I'll be over on BIGFOOT Odyssey on Wednesday. And
Nice.
then on Sunday, before or after, anything goes. I'm so tired. At 4 p.m. Central, which will be 10 o'clock UK time, 10 p.m. God, that's going to be amazing. I'm going to be so awake. I'm going to be so with you. You'll just see a different person altogether, I'm pretty much sure. I've got 2 hours.
Yep.
Yeah, so before I drop off, good night, everyone. Thanks for joining me. And we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.